In this video, we're going to see how to install WSL on Windows 11. So there are some tutorials on YouTube that suggest that you start by installing Windows features. This is a step that we used to have to do in the past. We don't really need to do it anymore. Microsoft really simplified the process and it's really straightforward now. And in my opinion, installing WSL nowadays is one of these things that should be kept simple and there is really no reason to overcomplicate. So all we're going to do is click on the Windows Start menu and type in WSL. And as you can see here, we can see this WSL run command. So I'm going to click on it and then we get this black screen. And it's letting us know that the Windows subsystem for Linux is not installed yet. And all we need to do to install it is hit enter. So let's do that. And now it's downloading WSL or Windows Subsystem for Linux. We need to wait for a second. Okay, and it's going through the steps. It will take, depending on your connection speed, a few minutes. And now it's enabling all of the Windows features that are needed for this. So let's let it do its thing. Okay, and it was closed and we are basically done. What we need to do now is restart the computer. So let me do that. Let me restart. Okay, and we're back. The computer was restarted and we're basically good to go. What I'm going to do now is first here, if we click here, we can already see that we have WSL settings and all of these things. We now have WSL installed. What we're still missing is a distribution. So we can actually do something useful with WSL because WSL is only the platform, the infrastructure. It's not an actual Linux system yet. So the next step would be to install one, to actually go ahead and install a Linux distro. So to do that, I'm going to open my terminal. So right click here and choose terminal. And if we are trying to run WSL now, we can see that it says that Windows Subsystem for Linux has no installed distributions. Luckily, it's really easy to install one. So what I'm going to do is run this command. So I'm going to copy it from here. And this is going to list the available options. What Linux distros are supported and can be downloaded to WSL. So let me run this command here. And we can see that there are quite a lot of them. And if we want to install one of them, we're simply going to use this command. So WSL install. So let me copy this, paste it here. And now I need to choose one of the distros from this list. I'm going to go with Ubuntu. It's probably the most popular option, but you can definitely go with any of the other ones. Let me copy Ubuntu and paste it here. And let's now run this command so Ubuntu will actually be installed. And it's downloading Ubuntu. And this depends on your internet connection speed. It won't take too long anyway. Okay, so it was downloaded. Now it's installing Ubuntu. Once again, this won't take too long. Okay, and it's now launching Ubuntu. So it was downloaded and installed, and now it's launching it. Okay, amazing. Now we need to create our user account. So we need to provide a name. Let me write my own name here. Then we need to provide a password for this user. Let me type in something, and we need to retype it, and the password is updated successfully, and that's it. We're now running Ubuntu on top of WSL. So we're already interacting with Ubuntu via WSL. And let me, for example, change directory. And that's about it. Now, they have a new feature here that shows us some of the basic functionality that WSL comes with. So they have this general page and then working across file systems, basically how you can transfer files from Linux to Windows and vice versa. GUI apps, so you can easily run GUI applications from Linux right on your Windows desktop. And there is also support for GPU acceleration, networking integration, and so on and so forth. So it's really easy, really straightforward. Let me know if you have any questions about it.